What is up, everybody? Quickdraw here, back with another video, and today is the second installment of Comic Book Wednesdays. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Today's installment of Comic Book Wednesday is going to take a look at the comic book Deadly Class. Deadly Class. This is issue number 1, but it's a image first. It's just like pretty much a second printing, an image put out for $1. I couldn't find the original number 1, but of course this is published by Image Comics. The genre of this comic is an action thriller. Published date is January 22nd into present day. I think they're still coming out with these comics. There's currently 37 issues. I have the first 6. This was written and created by Rick Remender. The artist was Wesley Craig, and the colorist, I guess somebody just draws the outlines and somebody else colors everything in, but the colorist was Lee Loughridge. His notable works is Batman Adventure series. I do have a first printing of a number 1, but it's a variant cover. This is from Third Eye Comics in Maryland. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty cool cover. You got 2 characters here. This ain't the main characters this run focused on, but there's Maria Salazar. She's a member of the Soto Vatos, and she actually becomes the main character's girlfriend. This character is Saya Karoki, I'm thinking. I don't know. She's a leader of the Kuroki syndicate, so I guess it's like these little syndicates. And what this comic is about is it follows students enrolled in a secret high school called King's Dominion. It's a school to teach teens how to be assassins for big time mob families. Now our main character name is Marcus Arugulo. I don't know, it's hard to pronounce these last names. But he is an orphan. Let's get this out. See, our main character here, Marcus, he lives on the streets. He's a homeless teen. His family was killed by a crazy person, I guess, a mentally ill person that jumped off the bridge and landed on his mom and dad. Pretty crazy, right? The school's headmaster, Master Lin, took him in and started training him how to be an assassin, and his whole goal is to assassinate the president, which was Ronald Reagan. He blames Ronald Reagan for the death of his parents because of the cutbacks he did, and so that made the mental hospitals release a bunch of mentally ill people out in the streets. The setting of this comic book is San Francisco. There's another look at number 1, the variant cover. It's pretty much the same. See, it's the same as the other one. It's just different cover, and I think the cover artist of this one. So the variant cover has a bunch of people, I guess, all chipped in to do this variant cover. And yeah, I ain't gonna try to pronounce everybody's name. Hopefully somebody can pause and read that. So yeah, a lot of people contributed. I like this cover, actually. The cover is really cool. I like these 2 characters. They're cool characters. I heard that after the first 6 runs, there was more runs going, and it was actually about the other characters in the book. So like a whole run will be Maria, a next run will be Saya. This first run is all about Marcus. So that's the number ones. Here's a look at a number 2 cover. This is just Marcus becoming an assassin. He started his training. Here's number 3. It was like Marcus, and I believe that might be Willie. That's another character in this book. It's his best friend. Looks like they're getting into some shenanigans. Now this one, number 4, was a pretty cool one. You can see the cover here. It kind of has a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kind of vibe to it, and that's technically what they were going for, because all the characters decided to steal a car and go to Vegas, and they ended up taking some psychedelic drugs while they were there. Pretty good read. Here's a number 5. I totally forget what this one was about. I should have read it again. And here is the last issue of the run, number 6. There's a big battle at the end of this comic. So that's the Deadly Class comic books. Now, people that don't know, this was also a TV show that came out on Sci-Fi. The first season, first episode, the pilot episode came out on January 16th of 2019, and the season ended on March 20th. Now, as of now, Sci-Fi has canceled the TV show, even with the creator Rick Remender already written a lot of the second season already. But Sony Pictures actually owns the rights to Deadly Class. So I've been reading around articles. They said they're shopping around trying to find a new network that will take them in. Well, that is it for today's Comic Book Wednesdays. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the TV show or if you read the comics too. And yeah, and if anybody's interested, I am willing to sell these comic books. They really don't fit my collection. They've just been sitting around. I mostly collect the Walking Dead, Star Wars, and X-Men comics. Nonetheless, this was a good read. But until next time, I'll see you next Wednesday for Comic Book Wednesdays. Hopefully I pick out a nice comic book. See you later.